Hi, my name is Chung, the CEO and co-founder of Sky Babies. Today, we are entering a new chapter of the Ronin network with a new delegated proof of stake upgrade. Let's build together.
A Ronin is a samurai without a master. With Ronin, we took the destiny of our own products into our own hands.
Sky Babies team has been working very hard in past months for this moment. And on the journey to DPOS, we have some new key high. We also make some new friends along the way.
So we have vetted over 250 game studios to determine those exact right partners for us and for our ecosystem.
Progressively decentralizing the network over time means that we can move a little bit slower at the beginning and get a more clear idea of what the most important value adds for people are. And now we can really start to see the fruits of our labor.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the fourth qualifying round of the AxieTh World Battle Bangkok 2023 tournament. This tournament will consist of 4 matches between our top 8 competitors. Every single one of these competitors has battled through the past 3 days, starting with a group of 1,024 players up to this day of just 8 players left. Each winner today will be invited to the final event in Bangkok, the final LAN event, with a little 300 AXS prize along the way to help them get to where they're going. The final LAN event will consist of 20 players, 16 of which are the winners of these past 4 qualifying rounds, plus 4 additional players from Thailand itself. My name is Ryan AF. I am joined here by the ever so talented Excelsior. Excelsior, would you like to tell us a little bit more about the event today?
Yes, thank you, Ryan. For our event today, we're going to be having a total of 8 players with the tournament format. They have gone to a total of 1,024 players, as you said, over the past 3 days with the best of 3 matches and a single elimination bracket. So when you get out, that means you're out of the qualifier. The tournament will be played, or is being played, over at the esports server with all runes and charms unlocked. And this is going to be a bit different as well. As we see, of course, if I understood it correctly, this is going to be the only time that we're going to be running the Season 4 patch. Is that right, Ryan?
Yes, so this qualifier is going to be a little bit different from the ones we've seen in the past. We will be using the Season 4 patch because the esports server is now tied directly into the main client. So this event might be a little bit different from the ones we've seen previously, which is pretty exciting if you ask me.
Yeah, indeed. Pretty exciting. About excitement, here's what you mentioned a while ago. We already have a total of 12 guys who have already qualified into the spot at AxieTh World Battle Bangkok 2023. Now we're looking for the last 4, and if you're looking, Pink Rangers right there over at the lower right, if you're already here at the top 8. So this is one more game for for you to win, if you're already on the top 8, for you to get that spot, and 300 AXS as well. So this is going to be a coveted spot as well. And as you can see, the schedule went in from day 1, and now we're already here at day 3. Now this is, this is a long time coming. Like, if you want to start playing on day 1, make sure you'll be able to reach up to day 3. When you go join a tournament, you must be able, to be you must free up your schedule. You must free up your whatever engagements you're going to be having at the event that you might be getting to top 8, right? Play to win, right? Not play to not lose. Just make sure that you have your mindset right there. And these top 8 players have already set it up, so much so that they defeated a lot of the players over at the tournament. And in terms of the prize pool, we have a total of 15,000 AXS over at the tournament, right? So as you can see, the distribution right there, second place 1,850, 1,400 for third, fourth is going to be 1,100, and so on and so forth. But a total is 15,000 AXS for the total tournament. 300 AXS is going to be going to each player that is going to be qualified. So again, a lot of AXS going all around, and these players do deserve it, because this is indeed a hard tournament or a hard placement to get into, Ryan.
Yeah, it's a massive time commitment. You're absolutely right. So 3 days of competition, starting with 1,024 players, all the way up to day 3 with just 8 players left. But this is only made possible by our sponsors, and first of which is AxieTh, one of the biggest Axie communities in Thailand, sharing news and updates about Axie Infinity and the Ronin chain. In addition, AxieTh has hosted several Axie meetups in Thailand, which bring together members of the community to share their love for the game and connect with like-minded individuals. With its strong focus on Axie Infinity and its active engagement with the community, AxieTh has become a key player in the Axie ecosystem in Thailand, as well as YGGC.
Yes, YGGC is a thank you for that, Ryan. And YGGC is a gaming guild that operates in Southeast Asia, primarily focused on blockchain games. YGGC is the first sub-DAO of YGG, a part of the broader Yield Guild Games organization, which aims to create a decentralized gaming ecosystem where players can earn income by participating in blockchain-based games. The guild also conducts community events and education programs to promote blockchain gaming in the region. And of course, let's not forget AMP Guild, Ryan.
AMP Guild, the Web3 epicenter of Ampverse, provides a network of 400 million people through the Web3 gaming influencers and offers additional customized branding, marketing, and community growth services in Southeast Asia and India. And ladies and gentlemen, we are also doing another giveaway on the live stream today. Whether or not you're watching on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube, check out that description, check out the pinned comment at the top of the chat there, because we are giving away 30 Axies to lucky audience members of the AxieTh World Battle Bangkok. So all you have to do is follow that simple link. There'll be a few tasks for you to complete, and you will be qualified to win one of these 30 Axies. So make sure to sign up for that. Now, as of the event today, we have 8 amazing competitors on the roster. We have Zelizer from YGG, a player that I'm not horribly... First match, Zelizer versus John. Match 2 is Enrico from YGG versus Kuyo Well from Huga. We got Meditate Wum, Let's Go Wum versus Ima from Zan's Gaming. That's a new one to me as well. Zarazustra from Zura, an absolute madman there, versus Rego from Meditate. You know, if they're in Meditate, you know they've got to be good, but Rego, I think, is a bit new in terms of Axie esports competition. Not a name that I'm horribly familiar with. Man, what are you thinking about these competitors?
Like these competitors are, I've seen some of them. Some of them are new as well. Particularly John. I don't know if John's last name is Bon Jovi or Jon Snow. Let's know if he knows anything or if he's going to be rocking it today. If he's going to be facing Zelizer right now. But Zelizer, let's take note, Ryan. Third time qualifying. That's not easy to do, man. Third time qualifying. That's a total of 9 days.
We
Just
were
committing
talking
is
about
right.
Yeah,
right?
we were talking about the time commitment for just 3 days. He's been doing this for 9 days. Third time in the top 8 qualifier finals, yet he has not made it to the actual LAN event yet. He has not qualified for the LAN event. So this is his third time going through the rigorous single elimination 1024 player rigmarole just to get to this last day of the qualifier rounds, the very last of the last. And he has one more chance to make it all the way to Bangkok. Is he gonna do it, or is he gonna fall to the John, the no-name John over here? John, now let me tell you this. I have a man in chat on YouTube right now who goes by JL Plays. And he says hoping to win this time. So I'm assuming that JL Plays might be a pseudonym for John.
Wait, it might be John Leguizamo.
Oh, there you go. We figured it out. Problem solved. We just got a roster full of celebrities today.
Yeah, the comedian right there, actor, is probably playing right now. John L. Plays right there. But let's see if he will be able to go on and beat out Zelizer right here. But let's look at the second right. I've seen Kuyawell play over at the different tournaments. I've seen them dominated as well. Let's see if they will be able to defeat Enrico, which has been dubbed the Prodigy. The Prodigy. Why? Because over at the other card game, it was beating out some of the other veteran players while still being in college, right? So that's why he just ported over his skills over at the other CCG, and just went in over at Axie Infinity. Just he's just thriving right here. He's that name that you would just one name, Enrico, Cher or Prince. So you can see it's Enrico, right? Or Iglesias or something like that. But no, that's not his real name. He's just actually a really good player and one of our buddies right here in PH. Over at match 3, I know one, but El Mao or Mao from Sans Gaming, it's not known to me. So
yeah, Ima, however you want to pronounce that. That's new on my radar as well. Not a player that I'm familiar with. Sans Gaming, that might be a new up and coming guild as well. If so, I mean, I'm happy to see it. I mean, as much competition as we can get in this game, the better. So I'm hoping to see some cool stuff. Well, I was able to pull up Ima on Twitter. Zans Gaming. So while they have Zans Gaming in their profile name, I don't see it linked to anywhere. So Zans Gaming might be Ima's personal little project. So it'd be cool to see him find a little bit of success here in the tournament. So Zelizer, Zelizer's Axie pool right here. We've got a nice Jinx team in the first 3 slots. Yeah. And of course you see the hardcore Topaz Axies. And looks like just 2. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. There is a full sustain team here in the last 2 slots, and then the one right before that little beautiful Topaz mech. So pretty regular from what we've seen, right? Yeah. This is fairly standard. Now, if you are just joining us right now, this is slightly different than the previous qualifiers you may have watched. The balance patch for season 4 has come live, and it has gone live for the esports side of things as well as the typical arena ladder. So Topaz has taken a bit of a hit, and Jinx teams seem like they're going to be a little bit more strong now. So it's going to be tough to see what these players decide to pick as their their game 1 starting team.
Yeah, I do agree. Like we can see like kind of how do you say this? I don't know. A commitment for Zelizer to just stick with these Axies right now. I'm betting that he might be using the Jinx team and less of the sustain team right there. Like maybe that's gonna be clincher, but the usual, as we can see, is just 2 variants, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 Axies that are loaded up into Topaz. So this is this looks like what he has been using over at the past qualifiers, man. So I'm really optimistic that he's gonna be getting it this time because he's hard, and I'm all for like consistency and persistence in terms of these tournaments, and he's showing getting to the 4th qualifier like 3 times, man. I'm rooting for him. Like
if
the bias
anyone
right
deserves it, if anyone deserves the victory right now, it's Zelizer. It's Zelizer, all right? No offense, John. I'm rooting for you too.
Yeah.
But Zelizer's been here 3 times already. He's itching for that victory. Now, John bringing some interesting Axies of his own. Of course, we've got that sustain team.
Mm-hmm.
A few of these Axies are blurry from my screen, so I couldn't tell you, but I see a single Jinx Axie. You see what I'm talking about? I see a single Jinx Axie on the top right-hand side. It's a bug. But other than that, I don't see anything else.
It looks like it's mostly Topaz, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Topazes.
Is the 4th Axie there Topaz as well? It looks like... Oh, that's Hungry Bird. I thought it was Double Talk.
Yeah,
so we got Hungry Bird as well for a little bit of curse removal.
So mostly Topaz, man. So it's
mostly Topaz. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be a banger play right here, man. And we might see a domination of Topaz right here. Like he just us a lot of Garish Worm. There might be an EA play right there. He's preparing for a possible Jinx team. That's why he has a Dawn right there on the front. So it's possible that he is preparing for any eventualities with this lineup. So yeah, I think he knows what's going to be happening. So let's go in the first match right now. It's going to be Zelizer versus John. Let's go. Ooh.
Let's do it. Ooh, and John goes with the sustain team game 1 versus Zelizer, who went with the Jinx Curse team. I think it was a good option. I'm not gonna lie, I think it was a good option. But it looks like John going with the sustain team with the Holy Prayer, I think has a bit of an advantage in this match. What do you think, Excelsior?
Yeah, I mean, with the sustain team is definitely going to have the advantage here. But take note, Holy Prayer has been nerfed down to 1 removed curse card. So there might be some some chance here. And look at that Oleg emote coming in from John. He's happy to be here. He knows what's happening. And this matchup, not the Topaz, and I like it, man. I like it that we're not seeing the usual Topaz. And I was saying that Zelizer was going to use Jinx, and he did. It's yay! It's a good day for us right now, Ryan. No more Topaz for first matches.
You got it, man. You got it. And you're right. The Holy Prayer did take a bit of a nerf. Right? It's only removing 1 curse card instead of 2 now. But there have been other changes in this new update that actually help against the curse team strat. And that is the ability now to retain cards using your energy fragments instead of just your energy. So when you're getting to that last round, when you're getting into that 3rd or 4th round, when your deck's about to reset and you're about to go into that deck full of curse cards, you can actually hold on to whatever you're not using that turn, save it for the following turn, and hedge your bets against that card consistency. So it's a little something that you can do to fight past it, and it might give John the upper hand here. it is tough with Holy Prayer losing half of that ability, but we'll see if he's able to come out on top. I have all the faith in the world in him.
That's right. Let's see if this is going to be the angle right now. It's going to be a bit slow, as you can see, but look at that. Inkling is already peeking out right there. And you're going to be having an extra, how do I say this? Extra Jinx that's going to be pulled out. So let's see if this is going to be happening. Look at that. Taunt is going to be put on the front, and Twin Tail is going to be chosen from that Innocent Lamb. John is setting up for the the discard mechanic of his own, right? And like discard versus the discards from the Neo and the Parasite. Yeah, I think it's going to be stronger.
Now, interesting thing about this matchup. John's highest HP Axie is his backlaner. That's the Axie that he's hoping to end the game on. That's the Axie that's going to survive in Blood Moon when everything else dies. But Zalizer's frontliner, this Reptile Jinx, this Jinx Reptile, really interesting looking Axie. He has 467 HP, which is actually way above John's backline mech. So in the late game, in the last few rounds of Blood Moon, Zalizer actually has HP advantage, which is not good for John at all. Because if he's gonna try to win in the later rounds of Blood Moon, he's gonna need to find a way to get rid of that frontline Reptile. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a draw. On top of that, the amount of damage that he'll get coming in from those Jinxes in the later rounds is going to be ridiculous. I bet you anything we're going to see 100 damage Jinx hits. And for that backliner to survive through all that, it's definitely going to be rough.
Yeah, I do agree with you, man. Like, there's going to be a lot of damage that this is going to be coming out from that Jinx that's going to be stacking up. But I'm kind of distracted with the Garage Worm right here, man. Instead of having the usual Mantis Claw, he put in a different card right there, or a different charm right there, and it adds another goo. This is another layer of ensuring that you're going to be putting more curse cards onto your opponent's side. And is that the Wicked Ward right there at the middle? Let me look back into it. Like,
I think it is.
It's getting blurry. Yeah, it is. There you go. Man, that's a good tech as well.
Yeah, it's a rare rune, right?
Yeah.
And what it does is it just, if I'm not mistaken, it deals extra damage to the front. Yeah. Depending on the amount of curse cards in the deck. I can't remember the exact number off the top of my head. And AxieTech.com or Axie.tech is currently broken, so I don't have my cheat sheet with me. But very interesting little tech with the Wicked Ward there. I'm not sure how much it's going to help him. But it'll definitely be curious to see.
Yeah. So I just looked at it, man. It's like, it's an epic rune. It's Wicked Ward. I was mistaking it for Curse Ritual, which has the better advantage. But Wicked Ward applies 12 to all allied Axies when you apply a curse with the Axies, with any of the Axies.
Okay, so it's a little bit of AoE damage in there.
Oh, it's more of how do you say this? It's more of shield. It's more of defense that he's putting in right there. So
so anytime you throw a curse card in there, it gives you 12 shield across your team. Okay, there it is. We see it coming in right now.
There you go.
Very interesting play for a little bit of extra defense. Now, in this situation, it's not going to be super helpful for Zalizer. In fact, the rare rune equivalent would probably be a little bit better in this situation for him. But he picked this team to be able to win against any opponent, and it's not, even though it's not the best for the situation, he's not going to give up so easy.
That's right. And I'm kind of curious why. I want to put down your camera a bit right there, Ryan, because I can see the Jinx stats. But there is. I'm kind of curious why the first play of Zelizer is more of Collective Protect rather than Shield Leecher. Like we've seen a lot of the lineups, they usually go with Shield Leecher like game one because they're kind of expecting that there might be a sustained team to be played at game one. So I don't know I wonder what he's thinking with this kind of a setup. So I think it's just curiosity, man.
Shield Leecher probably would have been the best scenario for covering all of his bases, but the Collect and Protect, it is. I mean, the ability to draw an extra card is so valuable. You're gonna be cycling through your deck so much faster and getting to those cards that you really need, like the Double Talk, the Inklings, the Tadpoles, anything that throws a curse card in there. You really need to get as many of those into the opponent's deck as you can. And when you're playing Collect and Protect, you're drawing an extra card every other round, so you're gonna cycle through your deck much faster and then get a chance to play another set of curse cards before your opponent's deck resets. And especially with this variation, when you're not playing Raven and you're playing shoot, I keep on wanting to call it Parasite. The green thorn. It's not green thorns. It's not
Garish Worm.
Garish Worm. Thank you. I don't know why that one always escapes me, Excelsior. But the Garish Worm variation, it has less curse power. So to make sure you're really getting all those curse cards in there, I do see why Collect and Protect is useful.
Yeah, I think he's taking in Garish Worm just to get that, that snail charm right there, just to get more goo in. I feel it's okay. But the win condition coming in from the Jinx would have been better to get more damage in. I do agree with you, man. So I want to see how well he's gonna be doing it in this matchup, right? Because it's kind of a pullback. It's how they say this. You are using Jinx, but you are also taking in for the other possible matchups. So I think this matchup is basically targeted towards Topaz. So he wasn't expecting this.
Right. Yeah. I think Shield Leecher would have been a good decision. I think the other Dusk Rune would have been a decent decision. There's a lot of stuff he could have done knowing that he was going up against Sustain, but that's what makes Sustain such a good play. That's what makes it such a great counterplay. But I mean, even with all this talk, I don't know that John's going to win this match. I still think that the most likely scenario of this outcome is a draw. Just considering the HP, I mean, unless we're at eight Jinx stacks at this point now for John, it's going to get to the point where if he draws a handful of Jinx, I think his backline mech's just dead, at which point Zelizer will win the Blood Moon.
Oh, yeah. All the emotes are coming out from John's side. He's just happy to be here, man. And now, of course, Gonatail is going to be removed. And look at that, Showstar is going to be... Oh, yes! Finally, one Axie goes down. And it's going to be coming in from John's side. And, curses galore! 4 curses. And the backline is going to get hit pure damage, man. The glory.
Straight through that shield. Now, if he just focuses on the backliner, here he goes. All of those cards, well, three and a half of those cards will target the back lane. That backliner is going down. He just needs to hit it with the, come on, he just needs to get lucky here. Two damage away, 2 damage away. But he does not get the kill. It's okay, because a single Jinx will do it at this point.
Oh, man. Yep, Jinx is it. Jinx is it, man.
That's a dead mech. Lordy, Zelizer, you're so close, my friend.
Oh yeah, you can taste it, man.
Yep. This game is his 100%. Throw out that Showstar. Zelizer, game 1 victor. He is 1 win away from securing his invitation to the LAN final in Bangkok and earning 300 AXS along the way. This is his third time in the top 8 of a qualifier. His third qualifier! And he is one game up. Right now, John is on the back foot. He's going to need to pick it up and change up his strategy. Stick with the tried and true Topaz team to get him the next victory to even up this game. Because right now, Zelizer is sitting proud, sitting happy. One win under his belt, one more to go before he's smacking himself on the butt and calling himself champ.
That's right. That's right. Like, imagine you have a total of how do you say this? 7 Topaz Axies, and you chose the sustain one right there. I don't know, man.
You still lose.
Oh yeah. Like,
this is tough.
It's a tough decision, guys. When you make these tournament decisions, man, like 7 out of 10 Topaz. Like, that's already he's probably thinking, oh, my opponent is probably not gonna be. It's probably gonna be going in with a Topaz. I should go with a sustain just to get him off guard and possibly get a win. And that plan just basically got foiled by Zelizer right here. You know, even though that the mid line with the Wicked Ward is in the back line with the Collect Protect, they do seem a bit unoptimized. We see Zelizer with his mastery of the archetype, the Jinx archetype. He just went in like I remember my win condition, and it is Jinx, and he just went in and just put some like burn counters, well, the Jinx counters over at the bank right there. Just keep on putting it, and you'll never lose. So you'll never get that L from this matchup. So amazing gameplay right here from Zelizer.
Yeah, he did great. He picked a team that works well against pretty much all odds, and came out on top. I think, even though his Axies might look a little iffy, I think they're all pretty dang good. You know, I think the biggest problem I have is probably just the class on that frontliner, because as far as the parts go, this might be best in slot. He's got the Inkling, he's got the Tadpole, he's got the Cottontail for the extra energy when he needs it. The one Axie that has Cottontail, he's missing a curse card, so of course he's playing Raven instead of Garish Worm. And even the Garish Worms, even the bug cards have the goo charm on there to shuffle even more curse cards in there. So he just has so much control over his enemies deck, and then he's able to throw that damage up on top as well. But it looks like game 2 is ready. So let's go ahead and hop into the second match, figure out whether or not John has decided to go full Topaz or if he's sticking around with the sustain. Let's find out now.
Topaz it is. Yes, it is. Let's see here. John over at the left going in with a Topaz Holy Prayer team, and over at the right, sticking with his guns, you can see Zelizer go in with a Jinx team, and all of these Topaz Axies are carrying a rocket stamp. That's it. That's what we're looking for. A while ago, that Topaz team that he's carrying right now, and I feel it's gonna be it's gonna help him, man. It's gonna be the win condition that he's been looking for. Like this is what he needs to move forward. So, well, I know. What do you think, man? Is this gonna be enough?
I think Zelizer's got it.
Me too, man.
Zelizer's got this one in the bag. I'm not gonna lie. John, please don't hate me for this. Man, like I said before, Zelizer has every right to win this event today. He has been in the top 8 of almost every single qualifier before this, and just hasn't been able to scrape by. But I think today is Zelizer's day. Because, I mean, he's playing so many cards with backdoor potential. He's got Inkling on every Axie. He's got the Raven. He's got the Tadpoles. All of these cards can target the back laner. And with that Dawn in the back lane, I think John was trying to put it somewhere safe, but I think he inadvertently put it in the first line of target, or the first line of fire.
So are you calling this day Z-Day?
Z-Day. Your puns keep on coming, man. Today might be World War III for John here.
Yeah. It's Z-Day because it's Zelizer Day. He's gonna be happy.
I see.
It's gonna be one day if Zelizer gets to win. The one day that he gets to get a slot to go to Thailand, and he really deserves it if he does get it. But of course, over at the first turns, I feel there's going to be a ramp incoming in from the side of John if he does get a skill card right there. So let's see if he will be able to. Oh, there you go. Jinxes are going to be coming in. There you go, Inkling, and also the armor that he has been preparing for right there, man. So this is going to go in. One more Jinx. Is this going to seal the deal, man? So, I mean, it's a bit far, but I'm like, in my heart, I'm silently rooting for Zelizer, just because he's already been here for 3 days.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm rooting for John in my heart. That's because I'm pretty sure Zelizer's gonna win.
Oh man.
I want Zelizer to succeed finally, but I don't want it to be easy for him either.
Yeah.
I want him to feel like he's really earned it, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to be here. And look at that.
This is big.
Oh,
This is big.
oh,
Wait,
nice.
Does he not use the topaz? Okay, he keeps the topaz. He holds on to it. It's a dangerous move to make when there's 2 Garish Worms on the opponent's side of the field.
That's right. And like that front line is a bit more secured than usual, man. Like, and the Garish Worm is not gonna be used over at the side of Zelizer. He wants to, like, to just keep on putting those jinxes with those double talks. So that's gonna be a lot more money in the bank, if I say so myself, John. For John's discard pile. So.
Yeah, it's a tough decision to make, right? Because if you're using Garish Worm, you're throwing it into an Axie you know already has shield on it because of the bumpy or in the collect and protect. So you're not going to be getting any damage value. It's a matter of, do you want to potentially get rid of the card he kept? Is he just baiting you? Did he keep a random card to make you think it was a topaz? Then you're just going to waste the Garish Worm to get rid of it. So there's some outplay potential there. But no, just focusing on those curse cards, getting as many curse cards to the opponent's deck as possible. That is his most consistent win scenario here.
Yeah, and he's going for it, man. He knows how he's going to be winning against this Topaz team, and just puts in a double talk with the Flamingo Hammer. Just hits 1. You would want that double talk, that Flamingo Hammer, to hit at least 2, just to maximize the weak debuff right there. And okay, there's some overlapping cards right there over at the right, Ryan. So I'm not seeing what is being retained over at this right side. But look at that, 4 jinxes have been drawn out. That back line is decimated.
Oh,
right now,
and he wasted a decent amount of attack power there, attacking into both Axies with the shield. He managed to do a little bit of damage to the front while leaving the back asleep. But in terms of just straight up value, not a lot right there. Not a lot of value.
Not a lot of value indeed. And now, of course, is going back to Zelizer's side, and you have already, you can see already John already having that maximized topaz value right there. It just came in and got powered up by the jinxes that have been removed. So wow, okay, nice targeting towards the back. That is a great hit for Zelizer, and he gets to discard 1 more card and put it back into the pile. That's going to be muddying up the draw right there for John.
All right, man. Now they have 10 cards in deck, but you have to remember this comp fixates on banished cards, right? So each Axie, the frontliner only has 3 attack cards to its name, one of which is a 0 cost, and the midliner only has 4 cards.
Yeah.
Wow!
Oh.
5 jinxes! This is, man, it's looking like this one's in the bag. That mech is about to go into last stand, and Zelizer still has a perfectly healthy backliner. Now that last stand can be extremely deadly, and you know, it might. How does I'm actually not sure how this interaction works. If he activates last stand on this turn, and then the turn passes, will the jinx damage kill? Will the jinx damage all go into the mech? Because the mech can technically die the turn after it's activated, right? If it does, if it attacks into reflect, for example.
Yeah, I think I've seen this before. Like, if you do get to use or get to proc the last stand with the jinx, the damage is just going to go towards the back, right? It's going to go towards the back.
He didn't proc it. He didn't. He wanted to let the jinx deal the damage to the last stand. I feel like he should have just procced the last stand and guaranteed the kill. But he was actually able to save himself with the Piranha, bringing himself high enough health to survive the damage from the jinx. Wow, John might be coming back from this after all.
Oh no, John. Are you doing it, man?
I think
are you doing it? Oh man. It's amazing that John gets to do this. Like, he is so near. Last stand is so near.
Okay, so the jinx damage brought him into last stand. So this is the turn after last stand. He should be able to get taken out now. Or no, he just dies just by ending his turn. Zelizer just needs to do damage to the front.
Yeah, that's right. Like, Zelizer's front is
10 damage away.
Oh my gosh. Oh no! Oh,
he gets it! He gets it! He gets it! Okay, there's too many jinxes for him to handle. Too much for him to hold.
Oh,
John just takes the jinx damage and gets knocked right on out of there. Zelizer, 3 times running. He made it to the top 8 of these qualifiers 3 times in a row, but it wasn't until the 4th qualifier Zelizer finally takes his victory title and makes it to the LAN event in Bangkok. Congratulations, Zelizer. Very well done. You definitely earned it, buddy. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, very well done for Zelizer getting that spot. It's well deserved, man. Like, oof. He just went in with a double jinx pick right there. And this tech, the Wicked Ward, it was actually targeting a Topaz team, and it's working right now. Like, the front reptile with the last wish looks kind of a bit off, but it definitely got the blunt of the damage early on, so much so that he got to survive with his backline like up to the very end. And what's good is that the jinx mechanic just kept on working towards the backline and then even hits the midline mech. He just went straight to the win condition, not going towards the side like the early Garage Worm. Like, you have to make sure you put in all the jinxes before the deck cycle just goes back, and it's getting back to him in the form of a win. So amazing 2-0 straight right there from Zelizer.
Zelizer did it like a pro. Man, yeah, like I told you at the beginning of the event, I do think that Jinx has the upper hand now.
Yeah.
A lot of comps are going to have to shift to kind of figure out how to work past this curse card onslaught. Whether or not that means teching in a Lotus, teching in Puppy Eyes with the with the Innocent Lamb Puppy Eyes. That's 2/0 cost cards that can remove a curse card. I don't think it's enough, but it might be. Maybe Puppy Eyes, Innocent Lamb, and a Hungry Bird. Maybe that's enough. 3 curse card removals per deck cycle. It's gonna be tough, but regardless, just sticking along with the same old Topaz team as if it's going to keep on doing as good as it was before is probably going to get you into a little bit of trouble because, yeah, it's not the same balance patch. This is season 4, baby. This ain't season 3 no more.
And this puts it to the value that if you see Hungry Bird, Topaz, like, do grab them right now, because if we don't grab them right now, I'm gonna be grabbing them and flipping them over over at the next season, because that's the counter. Hungry Bird, Topaz. If you're gonna be sticking with your Topaz team, make sure to have at least removal of the jinxes, and also the charm. Man, there's a charm that removes curses over at your deck, so it's going to be helpful as well to put that into account. So again, you can see Zelizer putting in some this is actually an optimized how do you say this, an optimized curse team, because it focuses more on not just jinxes but also putting in some goose while discarding your opponent's cards. That's like removing what's useful and putting in what's useless times 2. That's amazing.
It's perfectly min-maxed and yeah, optimized is the perfect way to put it. He knows exactly what he's doing. Every card in that team, I'm willing to put money on the fact that every card in that team is best in slot. I think the only improvements would be the class. I don't think that the Reptile is probably the best class for that Axie, but he made it work. The card combinations were that good. All right, now Enrico versus Kuyawell is our next matchup, and Enrico is coming in strong with the Topazes. He's got the Sustain team as well, but it looks like Topaz Madness is his way. Unfortunate. I'm pretty sure that Jinx is looking pretty spicy these days, but we're gonna see how he fares. He has the option to go with the Endless Anger variation, or he could go with the Dawn setup as well, both of which very viable options.
Yeah, so I do agree with you, man. Like, there are a lot of options for Enrico right now, even putting in a kind of Sustain, but I feel that he's going to be using an Endless Anger more so than the other comps that he has. So there's like leaning towards Endless Anger, but I want to see what Kuyawell is going to be bringing. Like, Kuyawell, he's been playing quite well, hence the name. Not just kidding. He's playing quite well over at the other tournaments, even getting top 4s, but kind of fall short into getting the top spot. So let's see if this will be his chance to get the top spot right now, man. So let's get into the action.
Yeah, I'd love to see. Let us see what Kuyawell brings. Okay, here we are.
Topaz.
So Kuyawell does have that Topaz team. Interesting. Again, we see that Topaz Reptile.
Yeah.
It's almost the exact. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same. It's the exact same Axie. In fact, his entire Jinx team is almost identical, except it is missing one Garish Worm. There's one extra Raven where there should be a Garish Worm. Regardless, it looks extremely strong. And considering what we just saw from Zelizer versus John, yikes. I'd be hard-pressed to say that Kuyawell plays anything other than that Jinx team, because it looks like it's going to be the one to beat. If you can beat that Jinx team, you've got a story to tell your children. But
that's nice.
I'm thinking you're right. I think Enrico goes with the Jinx Beast team because he wants to get that Endless Anger turn. He wants to get that really hard-hitting turn early before his deck resets and he has to deal with all those curse cards. And then on top of that, you have sticky tape on those topazes instead of the rocket stamp, which allows you to keep them in your hand, which might help if you're getting flooded by curse cards, just having more cards on retain. But yeah, I think Kuya Whale definitely goes to the Jinx, and I think Kuya Whale might come out on top. But let's find out. Game 1 is ready, so let's hop in and figure out what our competitors are bringing to the table and who's going to emerge victorious and who's going to be staying home. Let's do it. Let's do it.
There you go.
And just was that the beast variation? No, we have the Holy Prayer. Smart move, and the Holy Prayer is in the middle instead of the back, so it's not going to play out exactly like the previous match. This is going to be a little bit different. He has the Holy Prayer to help him get through a little bit more of that curse action. But is it going to be enough to keep him alive? That is the question.
You know, I want to see if the bug has a rocket stamp as well. Like, as if it's going to be developing more of the armor. It's going to have a very good strategy of targeting one Axie, just removing it as soon as possible. Like, what is the target right here? I'm not sure. Like, this is going to be a toss-up, right? If you go and target the front, you're going to be sacrificing the armor that's going to be putting in, or the damage that's going through the armor. So maybe towards the mid first, and then you go in with the front to just destroy these guys, because the mid is going to be pesky as well. It's going to be putting some more debuffs and possibly some more confused cards towards your pile. So I think, Ryan, they're seeing something here, because both Kuya Whale and Zelizer have a last wish on a reptile. Well, what's up with that, man? It's at the back as well. So
I think I have a feeling that just has to do with somebody happened to have a breeding farm with a reptile gene mixed in, and it just happened to be that the best Axie parts were on the reptile Axies. That's my best guess. I don't see any reason why reptile Axies would be the ideal class. I think it just happened to be that way from whatever breeding farms they were coming from. That's my best guess. Because with Last Wish, it's a neutral rune. You can put it on anything.
I do really like. Who is the Lord of War here? Like, if you've watched the Lord of War, there is just one supplier for all of the nations or all of the guilds. So
political now. Yikes.
Yeah, you know, if you watch like you watch Nicolas Cage's movie, man. Like, I supply all sides. Like the breeders are the winner, the real winners right here, man. Like,
right. They come up to Sora and be like, "Hey, what Axies do you need? What Axies do you need? What's hot right now? What's popping?" Sora's like, "Oh yeah, we need this Axie, we need that Axie." They're like, "All right, cool, thanks. I'm gonna make this Axie, but I'm gonna sell it to people that meditate. I'm gonna sell it to YGG. Hey Sora, you want what's left? All right, here you go."
Yeah, whoever's getting into that, like, it's getting a piece of the action as well. But let's take note at the ranks right now, Ryan. Like, I'm seeing it's Tiger and the Boar. That means, like, we're fully integrated into the system right now. No need to go to the esports server. I'm happy that's happening right now, and it's good.
Sir. Yeah, I love it too. Because I as a caster, I don't actually compete that much in tournaments, so to keep track of the meta within the Axie ladder, and then to keep track of an entirely different meta for the esports side of things, it was just a little needlessly complicated, in my opinion. And now everything is streamlined. I understand it's more frustrating for the competitors to have to learn a new meta in the middle of a big league like this one here. But I mean, as an audience member, as a caster, to me, a mid-league update, a balance patch, makes things so much more exciting. For players to have to change up on the spot, and oh my god, I have 1 week to figure out this new meta. What am I going to play in this tournament? I have to figure it out now, rather than be like, I know what I know what I'm bringing to this tournament for the past 3 weeks. The Axie's been sitting in my inventory, just waiting, collecting dust. To me, this is way more exciting to have things changed up on the spot. I love it. I love it. And we're seeing really interesting things happening right now. Jinx is the leader, absolutely demolishing everything in its pathway. And I don't know, is Kuyawell gonna pull it off the same way as Elizer did?
Yeah,
it's looking pretty good right now. Enrico's looking pretty rough.
Yeah, he's putting all his marbles towards the back as well. He wants to proc that last stand as soon as possible, and you can see Enrico retargeting mechanism with that toothless bite going into the mid. He's like low-key protecting that back line and taking out the front of Kuyawell. Now, is this gonna be hurting Kuyawell right now? Because he might be going for a cottontail turn when he gets enough of the Jinx layers right there, with the double talk, with the Inkling, and with the Raven. Will he go for a cottontail turn right here? I feel it's kind of underwhelming to go in with a cottontail turn.
Well, I don't think he lasts long enough to get the energy burst.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I understand saving the cottontail 1 extra turn. He will probably survive. Depending, he's only going to be able to get 3 extra curse cards, so Enrico's deck will be 18 cards in total. There's a chance that he survives, and I understand that if he would want to survive, then save the cottontail for a turn when he can swing into the back, but it looks like he's definitely going to use it. He's just going to get as much value from it as he can right now. It really sucks that he has to attack the midliner there, because if it was the front or the back that he could focus into, he would have done some serious damage. But now that mid laner is going to be sitting at 145 HP until like the very end of the game. That mid laner is going to be the last one that falls.
That's right. And you can see like this. Oh wait, what happened there? That might be the answer right there, Ryan. Like you see that the focus is going to help your team survive. Like retargeting mechanism in terms of defense really helps. Like this is the first time that we're seeing this right now here as Enrico played it with the spike and with the gecko mask. You know, that might be the answer right here, Ryan. And we're seeing it right here on display, because he already took down 2 Axies, saves the front, saves the back, and the back is just going to get more HP because of Piranha, so he effectively saves it for another turn.
Right. I mean, the most important card on that comp is Topaz, and if you can focus on a single Axie, that Topaz leaves the deck rotation. Now you only have 2 of your killer cards in a set of 16. The majority of them are curse cards. When you can get rid of a single one of those Topazes, your chances of winning just exponentially increase. And by diverting the damage, Enrico has been able to keep all 3 of his Topazes in the running, allowing him to get that extra damage output and get the kills on Kuyawell. It's looking rough for Kuyawell at this point. I mean, there's still a chance. I mean, there's a lot of curse cards in Enrico's deck right now, and more of them coming. So, without the ability to get a single kill, I mean, just if he just draws 3 Topazes, it's game over.
Man, look at the discard that went in right there, man. He went in and got the Showstar discarded. That's possibly the one that you wouldn't want to discard from John Kuyawell's side. You would want to like get one of the attack cards discarded. And oh man, that's the least of your worries. And considering that there's only 1 Jinx that has been drawn out from Enrico's side, that backline is still going to be surviving, and that's going to be dealing the damage when he draws the Topaz's back.
Ooh, This is a terrible situation to be in. Not a single one killed. Not a single one killed. And oh my God, no way!
Oh,
No
man.
way! I cannot believe it. He actually damages himself. He actually damages himself by playing the Shoal Star without having the proper. I'm blown away right now. I'm blown away. This isn't even a win, though. This isn't even a win. What are you doing? Double talk.
Mm-hmm.
Double talk was the way to go, right? No.
Oh, he wins.
Oh, no way.
Oh, it's
No
a draw.
way.
It's a draw.
No way. It was a draw. The damage from killing the backline Axie with the oh my gosh. Wow, that was a roller coaster of emotions I absolutely was not ready for, Excelsior.
Oh man.
That was both heartening and disheartening. A game 1 draw.
Okay. Just to go back, it was Enrico who went in with a draw the previous on one of the previous qualifiers. Remember?
Right, right.
He was the one who went in with a sustain team, and on game 2 they both went with sustain teams, if I remember correctly. So that was Enrico going in with these draws. It went to game 5.
He's the master of draws. He's the master of draws. Man, that was such a weird match. I feel like if the math was calculated slightly differently, I feel like if he was able to get an actual consistent kill, rather than leaving all of the Axies at such low HP, leaving every Topaz in there for so long, I feel so many things could have been different about that match. But the next match is ready, so let's see how things change up now. It looks like same comps, same strategy.
Mm-hmm. Is it going to be the same outcome?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I really think that Kuyawell has advantage here. I think that he got slightly unlucky in the card combinations in the previous round, and who knows? It might happen again. It might happen again now, but I'm expecting him to learn from those mistakes and try to hard focus a single Axie a bit more in this match.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the case right here over at the next match. Now, if Enrico goes in and goes with a retargeting yet again, will it be able to help him, man? Like, I'm seeing I'm seeing that it may happen to Enrico again to Kuyawell again, that the damage is going to be redistributed over the 3 Axies, and he's going to be failing to take out one as soon as possible. Enrico knows this, that he has to take out the mid just to remove those possible debuffs that are going to be recurring if the Dusk keeps on surviving. So, still, very difficult position to be in if you're Enrico, because the front and the back have been afflicted with Hex, and if they do use their Innocent Lamb, they do use their Nemo, they're gonna get their very own Confused card. So, oh, he goes into it, man. He's committing.
He does. So he uses the Innocent Lamb to get the Nemo, because even if the Nemo is in the discard pile, you only need one Nemo in hand. You can pull it out of either the deck or the discard pile. So he wants to make sure it's in Nemo form, not Innocent Lamb form. He's willing to take the single curse card from using the Innocent Lamb, but he'll save the Nemo combo for another round when he's not hexed.
So he gets to live, gets to Nemo another day, right? So, or another turn, right? So it's gonna be without the punish from the hex. So yeah, amazing insight right there. But man, let's see if Kuyawell is gonna be able to capitalize on this Jinx team. We have seen Zelizer use a Jinx team to perfection, and will he be able to replicate? Maybe what's missing right now, Ryan, is the Wicked Ward instead of the Gloomy Dice. Maybe that's the key.
Maybe so. Gloomy Dice, it seems so powerful, but it can be outplayed. It can definitely be outplayed. But something like a little bit more defense is always good, because you're always, unless you're going up against a sustain, damage is an inevitability, and the more damage you can reduce, the healthier you're going to be in the long run. And sometimes it only takes like 24 shield, 48 shield here to keep yourself out of range from that Shoal Star. And if you can keep yourself from dying from the Shoal Star, then that's one more topaz they have to waste to kill you. And then that by itself could be giving you the upper hand.
Oh yeah, you make a good point right there, man. Like even with the small shields, it's anti-Shoal Star, right?
Exactly.
So it's amazing, right? Even just one shield above, on top of the health is gonna be basically blocking an instant kill. So this looks quite well for Enrico right now as he takes down the front, and with a 228 HP right there at the mid, he is just going straight into the action with all the damage and all that topaz. And look at this duplicate Shoal Star. He just wants to thin out the deck, man. Like
well, he could have accomplished the same thing with the Nemo, but he already has all the banished cards that he needs because of the curses. So yeah, having the second Shoal Star, it's an extra card on retain. You've got it in your hand always, especially when you're dealing with all these curse cards. It's better to have more cards in your hand than not. Yeah, I mean, it's either that or getting another energy fragment, which wouldn't have helped him that much in this situation, I don't think.
That's right. So,
although he is holding on to the Innocent Lamb on the midliner, and I'm not sure why. Oh, just because of the Hex, right? He doesn't want to get the curse card from it. That does make sense.
Yeah, I think it makes sense though. Like, yeah, it does make sense. Like, with this matchup, I feel Enrico is gonna be having it. He is a bit more healthier as compared to his previous match.
Yeah, this is looking pretty bad for Kuyawell, if you ask me. The Jinxes are not doing what they need to do.
Oh man,
Enrico is ramping so fast and just getting so much damage off on Kuyawell that he doesn't even have enough time to really set up that curse flood. And instead, he's just getting overwhelmed with the topaz damage.
Man, it's looking quite well for Enrico, and Kuyawell is just down to his last Axie, 299 HP, putting in that double talk, hitting just one Axie. Parasite will just thin it out yet again, just to go and cycle back into the drop out a bit near, but it's gonna be 2 turns. Like, it's gonna be a little too late for damage, or for the Jinx damage right now. But and also the insurance policy with that last stand, Brian, really going to be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is not good for Kuyawell. This is not good at all. So we're getting down to the wire. Enrico was able to force the deck reset here thanks to Collect and Protect. Oh man, yeah, and there's not enough damage on Kuyawell's side to take even a single kill. Once again, we are in a very similar situation, and Enrico coming in here with 5 cards, unable to draw a single damage. And because of the shield, Shoal Star will not take the kill. He is forced to pass. I do not think that this changes anything. I think we're in the same situation as before. Kuyawell is going to be 1 turn away from taking this victory, but man, it's just so crazy how close he's able to get before that well runs dry. And here it is.
Well runs dry.
Not quite a draw this time. Not quite a draw. Enrico comes out on top for game 1, putting Kuyawell on the back foot. Kuyawell's played the same curse team 2 times in a row, and it has not worked out well for him. So I'm assuming Kuyawell is going to be thinking how he can switch things up this next round and come out on top and try to take things back into control, because right now it looks like the curse team is not working out for him, which is so interesting because it seemed to work so well for Zelizer, right? Now,
Yeah.
is it the Wicked Ward? Is that the epic one that we've been looking at?
Yeah, like the epic one from the Dusk right there, the mid. Maybe that's the key. Like those little HP modifiers, like 12 HP per card per curse card, really helps. It really helped Zelizer a while ago. Maybe that's the one. That's the magic juice that's missing from Kuya Well right now.
I would love to see him introduce. If he does keep the same curse team, I'd love to see him introduce the Wicked Ward for a little bit more defense. Because yeah, man, I mean, 24 shield here, 24 shield here. It helps keep your Axies a little bit more healthy. Helps keep them above 90%, and even when they're below 90%, that shield prevents Soulstar as an option. I think a little bit of. I mean, this team really works well when you are able to have them survive as long as possible. You need them to be a bit tankier, a bit bulkier, and Wicked Ward might provide that ability for them. Because right now it's just not working out. Kuya Well's gonna have to figure out how to change things up here. 100%.
I do feel that positioning also works as a factor. If you do put in the last wish in the front, you get the damage out already, right? So
Right.
you decrease the HP of your opponents, and considering that they don't have life gain, it does help, right? Getting it on front and the back with the collect and protect, that might be the key. Like, so there are two options for Kuya Well to adjust this. Change the position, front with the last wish, right, and the back with the collect and protect, mid with the Wicked Ward. So
I totally agree with you there. I
Yeah.
totally agree with you, because getting that damage off earlier is way more important, because he needs to get rid of one of the topazes. If he can get one topaz less in the deck, he's going to be having a better time. And here we go with game 3. Game 3. First game was a draw. Second game went to Enrico. Kuya Well is on the back foot now, and it looks like he does switch up, decides that the curse team is not working out for him, and decides to go with a topaz variant, rocking the Dawn, the mech in the midliner, and the collect and protect in front. Interesting setup. Now, I know you know that I think Last Stand works best in the back. But
Yeah.
I don't know what you think about Last Stand. So tell me, what do you think about the Last Stand in the mid there?
Man, I feel that the last stand at the mid, it's okay if it's okay, or it doesn't matter if Enrico's rocket stamps are loaded up. And from the previous match, they are indeed loaded up, right? So yeah, I think it kind of doesn't matter as of the moment. Like wherever you put them, it's gonna be targeted ASAP. So
Right.
yeah, but considering the matchup right here, Kuya Well might be at a disadvantage because of the discard potential that is coming out from Enrico's side. That is the front line right there with the Garish Worm. This is more towards whatever is in your hand, and what we are expecting is maybe a retained Topaz, maybe a retained Soulstar, and that will model up the draw of Kuya Well, and that's going to be maybe the slight advantage that Enrico needs, or that Enrico is going to be posting over at this next match.
Right. Now, I do think Enrico does have the advantage, and I think it's because of Bumpy. Enrico has Bumpy. He has the ability to divert damage to that Dawn if he needs to as well, with the taunt that he has on there. The extra shield from Bumpy not only can keep one of his Axies alive a little bit longer, but also protect himself from stuff like the Soulstar incoming. Kuya Well does not have that level of defense. Kuya Well's team just looks a little bit underwhelming in terms of some of those cards that you think about a little bit less on a Topaz team, right? So mouth cards, we see Axie Kiss, we see Cute Bunny. He can get the Hex on there, right? That's not going to be too big of a situation unless it's early in the game. And right now we're already seeing the engine of Nemo's pop off, so that Hex isn't going to do much to Enrico at all. Enrico is pretty stacked. He's got the Toothless Bite. He's got the Piranha for extra healing ability. He has even more sustainability on top of the Bumpy. He has the ability to heal up as well. Kuyawell just has damage. In terms of those little side pieces that not everybody might think of, I think Enrico has the advantage. Because I'm just not seeing a ton of value from cards like Spiky on the front line bug there. I don't see any advantage from having Spiky Wing on that bug.
Yeah, I mean, even though you're going to be facing like a sustained team, Spiky Wing like may not be the key right there. It's just extra damage. And now, of course, look at that retargeting mechanism going towards the back with the Topaz, with Rocket Stamp. Like Enrico knows that the target has to be his very own mech on the back, and it has how do you say, HP gain mechanism with the Piranha. So there is some sort of sustainability there. Like as you can see right here, it gains 29 HP. And look at that square teeth finish, photo finish from Enrico, taking out the front of Kuyawell. Now this is he's down to a counter, because one less Topaz is a lot, man.
That is a lot. It's literally a third of your deck strategy removed, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot, like teams like Nutcracker, for example. If you're playing a Nutcracker comp, you can lose your frontliner, you can lose your midliner, just so long as you don't lose the Axie with the nuts. But with Topaz, it's like each one of those nuts is divided up on a different Axie. So each time you lose one of those Axies, you're losing a significant amount of firepower from your total composition. It is definitely not good. And I don't know if Kuyawell can respond with a death of his own here. I don't think it's going to happen. He's got a single Topaz. It's going to deal a crap load of damage. And it actually does get the kill, activating the last stand on the backline mech there. Now, but Enrico does draw the Topaz on that backline mech, meaning that is going to deal a huge amount of damage. This is going to be pretty devastating for Enrico's side. There he goes. And the Goldfish to finish off the kill. Now Kuyawell's got his last stand activated, and it's going to be a little bit of a back and forth here. 2 Topazes. Oh my gosh, man, Kuyawell might win this.
Oh my gosh, yes indeed, he might as well win this. Let's see if there's enough damage coming in from Enrico from his draw. Okay, he's gonna be doing this quite carefully. He has to do it. Oh man. Okay.
This is not enough.
Not enough. It's not enough. He's gonna be on defense, and this looks like it's gonna be a 1-1, man.
It looks like we're going into a 1-1. This Topaz is going to knock him out. And boom, Kuyawell takes game 3. Game 1 is a draw. Enrico takes game 2. Kuyawell takes game 3. We are in a 1-1 situation. Winner takes all next match. Enrico versus Kuyawell. Giving it a strong back and forth. A good 1-2 punch combo. And man, that was a nice comeback from Kuyawell. I'm not going to lie. I did not have faith in this team. I was singing the praises to Enrico all match long, but Kuyawell said, Ryan, you can shut the hell up. I know what I'm doing. You need to have a little bit more faith in me, all right? And I listen, Kuyawell, I'm sold. I'm buying whatever you're selling.
Yeah, Kuyawell is selling it quite nicely, because he just got in a win, and he knew that he needs to target the back first. Like, you know what he did? You know why he won, Ryan? He took out the back first. Like, he just made sure that back line is going to be destroyed, and it showed down the line that Enrico can deal some damage, but he's gonna be stopped with the midline mech. right? If Enrico did and retargeted it towards the mid and then goes from mid and then front and then back, that's it. That's gonna be the winning style right there. And take notice that I saw that backline mech did a total of 242 damage instead of the maximum 225, and I feel it's the Holy Prayer that did the extra damage right there. Right there you go, 242.
Oh. Interesting. I didn't pick up on that.
Like it's usually max 225, right? From our previous, but with the Holy Prayer, there's an additional amount of damage.
So it used to be 15 times 8 plus the 25 base damage. No, 30 base damage.
Yeah.
And that's 120, 150 altogether at max damage without any modifiers.
Mhm.
Now Topaz is 12 damage times 10 is the cap. So we're still at 120 damage or 150 at max cap. But we can argue about Topaz later on. For now, match 3 or match 4 rather is ready. It is 1-1 between Enrico and Kuyuel. Let's find out what they bring to this final match. And it's looking like a run back.
Oh man. Wait. Enrico still with that mid. Yeah, it's the same one. Like
Kuyuel and Enrico have switched sides, so Kuyuel is on the right hand side now. But as for the Axie teams, we're looking at a full run back. Same teams on both sides. Kuyuel's come out on top with this composition once already, so he's hoping he can do it a second time.
Yeah, I think it's still the same style, but again, if Enrico is going to be retargeting the mid mech right there, he will have a fighting chance to get in the win. But it's also, there's also the chance factor of drawing out your banish cards early, so that's going to be helping Enrico if he does draw it out, and as well Kuyuel, because that's we've seen previous matches wherein they drew in their topazes right at the front, at the get-go, like with your very own starter cards, and then you're not able to draw out your banish cards early, so that just slows you down.
Absolutely. Nobody wants to see Topaz in their opening hand. Just leave it alone. Put it back into the deck. Mulligan, please give me another hand. That's a horrible thing to happen. It can absolutely just wreck a match if you draw those topazes too early. We've seen it happen before. Let's hope it doesn't happen to Kuyuel here. Let's have this be a fair fight on both sides. No stabbing, no knives. Let's leave it to just the fist, good old fisticuffs. All right.
Yeah. Let's hope that that's gonna be happening right there. But of course, over at the turn 1, it's gonna be towards Enrico, and he uses the bumpy to put in more defense towards his front, and also forcing the attack going towards his front and protecting the back in the process as well. So over at the side of Kuyuel, he's going to be using a parasite, and we won't know what he would be discarding right there, Ryan. And yeah, I think this tech from Kuyuel, although if you do look at the marketplace, the tech with the cute bunny is a bit cheaper compared to the Piranha version, because Piranha has a more sustained mechanic with it, with gain HP and extra damage as well. So you can see the value right there between the two.
It's guaranteed stats. It's guaranteed extra damage. It's guaranteed extra health. Whereas Cute Bunny is always going to be a gamble. Is it going to hit Fear, or is it going to hit Hex? And if I do get the one that I want, is it even going to make a difference? Are they even going to see a curse card from it? It's easily outplayable. Whereas Piranha, that's just guaranteed value, baby. It's good. That was a great hand. That was a great opening hand by Kuyuel. He got Parasite and and what was it, Cute Bunny? He got two decent cards. He didn't see any of the topazes early. There we go. We see the topazes, and the Nemos have already been cycled through. He's at 9 banished cards, almost max. He's going to be getting huge value from both of those topazes there. Just beautiful value.
Yeah, beautiful value indeed. And of course, Enrico's backline, heavily targeted by Qualifier. He knows how to do this. And Qualifier has been playing quite well ever since the last match. So the first match was kind of a bit janky with the Jinx team that he was playing. So he's getting more into the comfort zone with this Topaz team right now, Ryan.
Right. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think Jinx has the stronger outcome when you take the optimized version of both teams against each other. But with the small amount of time these players have had to be able to digest all of the changes going into season 4 and really processing how it's going to play out in a tournament setting, I think just going with your comfort zone is the best thing you can do. Play with what you're comfortable with, play with what you know, because that's how you're going to end up getting the victory and coming out on top. If you're taking risks, you're more prone to make mistakes, you're more prone to make misplays, and you can totally mess something up that could have been a great thing. And so Topaz, I think that's what most people are comfortable with. Jinx, I think it's going to be the better comp at the end. We might need to see some more breeding, we might need to see some more theory crafting, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Enrico just saying, I'm sick and tired of your crap, activating the last stand on the midline mech. Ooh.
Wow.
That?
What's happening, man?
Damage?
What's...
What?
Oh, wow. Okay. This is going to be it. This is going to be a crucial turn, man.
Oh,
I feel Enrico's going to win. Enrico's going to win.
Enrico's got...
Oh!
What a match! I'm not even sure where that damage came from, to be perfectly honest with you, Excelsior. There was like a little bit of turn end damage, like an AoE Jinx, or like a burn. It was like a burn curse card was in the deck.
I mean, let's look back at the play right there, man. It's kind of everything is kind of a bit blurry as of the moment, but I'm seeing like I was thinking, Qualifier failed to proc that backline early, right? The backline's last stand early, they were like getting it down to 90, but
93 HP, but the Dawn actually taunted. The Dawn taunted, so he wasn't able to take out the backline mech. But then he ended his turn, and it looks like 1 damage was dealt across the board. So I'm not sure how that happened. That's the only thing I'm confused about. He ended his turn and lost an HP, like a single HP.
And I'm thinking how it went. Like here, this is the crucial turn, right? When Enrico used the Toothless Bite with the Gecko Mask to retarget towards the mid. This is the turn right here.
Yeah, that was big. It saved his life.
There you go. So this put the damage right there, and the mid and the front. There you go. That's the whole play right there. And look at that. Oranda going towards the mid, so he like puts it down to 100 plus. I think 79. There you go.
79 HP, but still living strong. So
it's the square teeth.
It's the square teeth?
Yeah, that's the one that procced. Like, that's the 120 damage, you see? Oh, wow.
There we go. And the last stand is activated.
Yep. The first one...
Oh, okay. It was Shoalstar that took out the Dawn. That's what got me confused, because I never saw the card animation, and my screen must have glitched for a moment.
Yeah,
wow.
And you can see that the mantra that we have been saying for a while now, Ryan, like whoever procs the last stand first will be winning, right?
Right.
And we saw this on game 2. Qualifier proc the last stand of the backline early, and right now at the game 2 or game 3, or it's technically Game 4. Game 4, Enrico propped the midline mech last stand earlier than Kuya Well. So he gets the slot and gets the 300 AXS. And, well, that's going to be Game 2, Ryan.
Congratulations, Enrico. Well deserved. You were able to make it to the top 8 twice in these qualifiers, and you finally earned your spot at the LAN final event in Bangkok. So congratulations, Enrico. As for the rest of them, we're going to come back to that after a short break. We're going to get a few words from our sponsors. We'll be back with more action shortly.
Hi, my name is Chung, the CEO and co-founder of Sky Babies. Today, we are entering a new chapter of the Ronin network with a new delegated proof of stake upgrade. Let's build together.
A Ronin is a samurai without a master. With Ronin, we took the destiny of our own products into our own hands.
Sky Babies team has been working very hard in past months for this moment. And on the journey to DPOS, we have some new key high. We also make some new friends along the way.
So we have vetted over 250 game studios to determine those exact right partners for us and for our ecosystem.
Progressively decentralizing the network over time means that we can move a little bit slower at the beginning and get a more clear idea of what the most important value adds for people are. And now we can really start to see the fruits of our labor.
Welcome back, everybody, to the AxieTh World Battle Bangkok 2023 tournament. We are watching the top 8 finalists of the 4th qualifying round go head-to-head to claim their seat at the LAN final event in Bangkok. We've seen two of our matches so far. Enrico from YGG moving forward, as well as Zelizer from YGG as well. So a lot of happy faces today at the YGG organization. Our next match is going to be against Meditate Wum and Imwa from Zan's Gaming. Very exciting stuff. My name is Ryan AF, by the way, and I'm joined by Excelsior. Excelsior, how are you feeling so far, man?
Yeah, I'm a bit, how do you say, it's a bit wobbly in terms of what's been happening with these matchups. We saw Jinx, Jinx played by El Zelizer,
absolutely
going
dominating,
against,
right?
Yeah, dominating against Sustain and Topaz. Now we can see Enrico winning with Topaz as well, while Kuyawal just tried to play his very own Jinx composition and failed to convert that into a win. So, it's still a toss-up between the two lineups. So we might see, again, another Jinx team to try and push up their chance over at this next matchup. But it's all a toss-up, right? Topaz still maintains to be like the go-to lineup for most of these players.
I think Topaz is going to be what's safe. It's what's comfortable for these players. It's been what is the best comp to play for so long. And now that things have just started to change up as we enter into Season 4, there's new rules, there's new mechanic adjustments, there's card changes, new card updates. So I think Topaz has taken a bit of a hit. And I think in my heart of hearts, I think Jinx is probably one of the better comps in this event today. But it takes time to figure out how to make these changes take full effect, right? It takes time to figure out how to take advantage of the fact that Holy Prayer only removes 1 curse card. It takes time to figure out how to pivot, and it also takes time to breed new Axies for the new meta. So while there might be better options in this current Season 4 meta, what is comfortable and what is familiar to players is the Topaz. So I think we're going to continue to see that take center stage in this event, but I'd love to be proven wrong. Meditate Wum's Axie pool. He's got the Sustain Axie team. He's got the Topaz, of course, and he also has a very strong looking Jinx team.
Yeah, it's like a lot of these teams they're trying or there's these players, they're trying to vary what they're carrying in these qualifiers. They're trying to cover most bases, but still most of them are still going to have these Topazes, as you can see right here. Meditates 1, 2, 3, 4 Topazes, 3 Sustains, and 3 Jinx Axies, and both of the Jinx Axies that he's carrying are double Dusk, right? So that means does that mean one of them is going to be carrying Wicked Ward or Last Wish, or maybe Gloomy Dice yet again? Of course, Collected Protect for the front line, for the bug right there. So It's kind of a toss-up still as to how they're going to be playing, and I want to see if they're going to be going in and switching over to something a bit more different. Like as you said, like it might be a choice because they're still trying to build up the new or the most optimal lineup has not been bred yet or has not been born yet. Right? So we'll see it down the line. Maybe 5 days from now?
Yeah, it definitely moves fast. It definitely moves fast. But if we're not going to see it, this week, then most likely in the LAN final event in Bangkok, we're going to see some new stuff come out of the woodworks for sure. Now, Ima's Axie pool here, he's got a very similar looking Jinx team, even down to the reptile there. Although this time we're not seeing Neo, we're actually seeing a Kotaro Poppy Jinx reptile. Very interesting looking Axie there. Not sure if that is the most optimized that it could be, but you know, if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think the strongest team in this pool here is the Topaz. But game one is ready, so let's hop in and see what the players have decided. And it looks like we're going Topaz on both sides today.
Yeah, Topaz versus Topaz is the way. And as you can see right here, they are both carrying Topaz with Rocket Stamp. Yeah, and Bumpy with Gecko Mask as well. Over at the side of WOM, Sans is also carrying a Bumpy with Gecko Mask. So both of these guys are going for the same strategy, making sure that the damage is redirected towards the Gecko Mask Bumpy user right there. So it looks similar, and it is almost similar, except for the mouths right there, Ryan.
Right. It looks like Ima does have a bit more damage output potential between the Piranha and the Axie Kiss. Although I don't want to disregard the potential for Sleep to come in as a very clutch potential way to end out the match. If you're maybe one hit away from death and you're able to stall out a little bit longer with Chomp there on the backline mech, it could be something that keeps you alive just a little bit longer. But in my heart of hearts, I want to say that Ima has the better team here in terms of damage output, a little bit more sustainability with the Piranha usage, the ability to get that extra damage with the Babylonia on the backline Dawn there. And on top of that, he has 2 goldfish as opposed to only 1 on Meditate WUM's side. So if this does get drawn out a little bit later, we could see Ima going into a 4 energy turn before WUM has even the ability to do that. So energy burst coming from Ima's side first, definitely. I think WUM's to Axie's just a little bit underwhelming. And when I see the Blue Moon back, when I see the Chomp, the Toothless Bite, I do think that Ima has a slightly more optimized team. But that doesn't necessarily make a difference here. It all depends on how the cards are played. And WUM with a pretty nice start, able to set up his engine, get the Bumpy on there as well, and throw up a healthy 56 shield.
That's right. And now, of course, over at the side of Sans, you can see he's also trying to bump up the armor of the front, as well as gain some more Banish Pile. But although the Banish Pile is looking a bit soft with just 5 cards going in compared to WUM's 7. So this is going to make sure that WUM is going to be dealing much more damage, and Ima is also going with his own Bumpy, so all that damage is going to go towards the front. Now, there's going to be a retain towards that Topaz, and this damage looks quite okay from WUM's side.
Yeah, WUM seems to be doing all right so far. definitely interesting decision to hold on to the Topaz as opposed to just throwing it out there. You're giving up on an energy fragment, which I don't think, let's see, he's going to be doing 3. Yeah, so he could actually sacrifice that fragment and it's not going to hurt him too much. He's still going to be going into the energy burst at around the same time, so no big deal there. I guess he's just holding onto the Topaz so he can power up that banish pile a little bit more and get extra damage on the Topaz in this next turn. Fingers crossed. He has to draw into those innocent lambs to get the last few cards in his banish pile filled up. So he's just that's just a matter of RNG, baby. You gotta hope for the right card draw. And Ima coming in now with some heavy damage. Between the Topaz, the Square Teeth, and the Goldfish, he actually decides to hold on to the Square Teeth. Interesting. So he has 92 shield. That would have been a really strong Square Teeth at somewhere in the range of 115 damage for 0 energy. I mean, it's hard to say no to that, but he decides the shield is more worthwhile, and it does not work out well for him because the shield just gets bypassed directly. Both Topazes go to that mid lane mech, and it's finished off with a simple Shoal Star. So, I mean, let's see if your old adage is right. Meditate Wum was able to activate the last stand first. Ima responds with his own activation of Wum's last stand. And let's see if he can make anything valuable. He does draw the Topaz. That's huge for Wum. Gets the kill with the Shoal Star, but still 1 more energy to go. He throws out a Garish Worm for some decent damage. And man, at this point, it's looking like Wum's got the game in the bag. Game, set, match. Ooh, and what a terrible hand from Ima, too. Nothing but revenge cards here. Is this it? Is this the final turn?
I feel it's gonna be final turn right now, man. It's like there's gonna be the first Topaz, second Topaz, and anything can be used to kill off Ima. And as we have said, whoever procs the last stand first gets the advantage, and Wum did that early on. And you know, I feel as well that Square Teeth play was, you know, uncalled for. You can go with Square Teeth right away, man. Like, and just play it right there because rocket stamps are where the damage is, and
absolutely,
it's already loaded on to your to the Topazes, and you also have a rocket stamp on your very own Square Teeth. That means you would want to get that damage in. It's like basically a Topaz minus 50 damage, right? It's because of the total armor that you're getting from the bumpy power-up. So, well,
it was a free 115 damage that he just said, no, I don't even need this. I'll use it another turn, and it blew up in his face, man. You're absolutely right. The Square Teeth should have been thrown out. He should have gotten the value from it, but yeah, he decided to try to play safe, and in doing so, he made the wrong move. But game 2 is started, and we're seeing an interesting change-up. Wum deciding to throw all caution to the wind, pulls out the sustain team, and Ima caught red-handed with no shield leecher. This is going to be an interesting matchup. With no shield leecher, Ima is definitely going to be on the back foot this match. He's going to have to do a lot to get rid of that frontline mech before the adaptive program helps Wum rank up with so many energy bursts. That's going to be a 5 energy turn next to a 3 energy turn before you know it.
Yeah, like we've seen this happen time and again, but let's not take out the fact that still a Topaz team can possibly still win against a sustained team right here. But look at that, Ryan. What's there in the middle? Is that a Heaven's Echoes? I can't see it clearly, but it looks like a Heaven's Echoes. And if it's going to be supporting the sustained team, this is going to be a lot of armor that will be coming in towards his team.
Absolutely. Yeah, very interesting choice. I guess he wasn't even scared. He wasn't even scared of the Jinx team. And if the Jinx team did come in, he was like, you know what? I don't even need the Holy Prayer. All I gotta do is keep myself protected. This is gonna be a fun one. It's either a genius move or it's gonna blow up in his face. And I'm thinking it's a genius move.
I feel so too. And look at that, Mary, 150 armor going towards the front, but Ryan, there is no ton. So this might be a free jump, Ryan. Like we might if Emo gets the draw.
Well, you gotta understand, he's only got Rocket Stamp on the topaz and the square teeth. So anything like Goldfish, anything like Babylonia, the Garish Worm, that's all front-facing damage. And he has 0 cards in the banish pile right now. So he could draw into his topaz here. Unless he gets his engine rolling, it's not even worth throwing the damage into the back. Well, let's see. I think he's going to get a decent number of... Oh, there we go. There we go. That's value, baby. That is straight up value for Wum right there. All the damage going into the front. He wants to get rid of the adaptive program before he's able to rank up too many energy fragments. But Wum's not going to make it easy for him. Certainly not.
Yeah, definitely not going to be easy. Look at that. Total of, 235 plus 320, 555 effective health total coming in from the front with the adaptive program. Sustain is here to stay, guys, and Wum just may have found the golden bullet to go against Emo right here and get a possible 2-0 straight. Man,
it's gonna be the first 2-0 in today's event.
Yeah, possibly, man. This is good.
Zelizer 2-0 John, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the matches where we draw and then go to game 3 that get me all messed up.
I mean, this is quite a show that we're seeing right now, Ryan. And like, we are getting sustain versus Topaz. We have seen it work if there is no shield leecher. But again, as I've said a while ago, sometimes if you still don't have shield leecher, you may still win. And Emo falls short of 20 damage, almost taking out the front adaptive program mech of Wum. Now this is almost like it's kind of a clutchy moment that you would want to take it out, and it comes back with a vengeance and with energy to boot. So energy burst locked in yet again for Wum.
That was a tough turn from Ima. Just 20 health away from the kill. It's still alive, so Ima is going to have to draw into at least 2 topazes on this turn in order to secure the kill. And I don't know. I mean, so it is going to be an even round, so he's getting shield instead of an extra draw card. He only draws 1 topaz. I don't think that's going to be enough, is it? Oh no, it's definitely enough. I stand corrected. He gets the kill and a little bit of extra damage on that midliner. But Wum has had his first energy burst. He is now looking at 4 energy turns. And let's see if that midline Dawn Rune helps him survive a little bit longer here. He has a long ways to go before he hits Blood Moon and starts fulfilling his strat here.
Yeah,
the Tricky allows him to pull the Innocent Lamb back. What is he grabbing here? So he grabs Pupae and another Twin Tail for the discard, and he's not even worried about that Dawn, right? He's just throwing the shield on the backline mech, hoping to retain what he can and build up a nice shield wall for the end game.
Yeah, and I'm looking right now at the one of the runes right there, and just getting a review of from what it looks like. Is it Celestial Might?
It might be Celestial Might.
I'm trying to look at it if it's Celestial Might or Heaven's Echoes, because I can't see it clearly, man. It's like it's almost the same. Wait, let me look. Does it look like a inverted triangle? Yes, it is. So it's Celestial Might. This Axie's ability gain 25% bonus stat when played. This Axie's abilities are banished after they are played 2 times. So, wow.
It's a throwaway Axie. You
Yeah.
use it for a little bit of value at the beginning, but halfway through you say, you know what, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
You're useless to me.
You know, it's like that Toy Story meme. I think I'm done playing with you now. Bye bye.
Exactly. Just 2 deck rotations in, and yeah, that Axie's gonna have no cards left to its name. Very interesting choice there.
Well, let's see if
And,
that value is going to be playing its role. Like 25%, man, is that going to be enough to just draw out some of your cards and just thin it out so much so that you would only get the cards that you want, right?
It's possible, especially with the Innocent Lamb on the backliner, the Innocent Lamb tricky combination. He's able to get all the cards that he wants on that backliner, whether it be more goos, whether it be more discards. He's going to be able to get whatever he wants, and if he's able to get rid of all the cards from the midliner, he can make his hand extremely consistent. Yeah, so, and it just looks like Ima is having such a tough time getting through those shield walls. This might be exactly what Wum needs. If he can keep on putting goos into Ima's deck, keep on discarding cards with the Twin Tails, he could actually get him into a bit of a curse scenario. Well, I mean, maybe not with the Holy Prayer Dawn still in the back. The single goo traps might not be enough for that situation, but the discard is for sure going to come in handy here.
You know what I feel like what's missing right now, Ryan? I feel there's a tassels missing right now. Like the damage is not going in towards those Axies, and tassels really helps in putting those Axies down in terms of HP. But this is because he's gonna be lacking. Like maybe down the line, if it goes down to how do you say this? It goes down to Blood Moon, right? He's gonna be falling short. I don't know, man.
Right, I think Blood Moon is his win condition, right?
Yeah.
He wants all the health of all the Axies to be reduced until his backliner is the only one remaining. And he has just enough HP to make it happen. So Tassels is, in his opinion, a wasted energy in this scenario. All he needs to do is make sure that backline Axie stays alive, and he's going to win this game. If he can bring it that deep into Blood Moon, it's going to be rough. But, I mean, with that turn, with Ima attacking into the mid laner instead of trying to break down that shield wall, he might have just spelled disaster for him. I think with the leaving Wum the ability to stack up that much shield, I think it's all over. I think Wum wins the match. I think it's a 2-0. I'm calling it right now. The fact that he left 400 shield on the backliner for him to retain that shield and just oh my god, there's so much shield now. How can you possibly break through it? He has what he needs. He's in the 5 energy turns. He's gonna keep on throwing up those huge shield walls. There's nothing Ima can do about it. No amount of Topaz can outpower the shield master over here.
Yeah, the shield backup looks like if there were a battle of stones, Topaz can defeat this diamond right now because you know all the armor is right there.
He's got 3 twin tails. He's got 3 twin tails and 2 snail shells. Tell me, Excelsior, how does that even work logistically? He's got 3 tail cards and 2 backs. He's used Innocent Lamb like what, 4 times?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Is all 3 trickies on all of his Axies pull out the backliner Innocent Lamb? That is crazy.
Like the Innocent Lamb just brings out the power in this Axie and down to 94. Now,
and this is it. This is the last turn in the match. This is it. With 1,020 shield still on his Axie. He cannot even be touched. As soon as Ima ends his turn, all of his Axies will die, and Wum will be staying alive with just 4 HP. And Wum taking game 2 with a clean sweep against Ima from Zan's Gaming. Congratulations, Wum, earning 300 AXS and a first class ticket Well, I guess the 300 AXS is to help cover the first class ticket. But he is going to be invited to the LAN final event in Bangkok. Congratulations once again, Wum.
Yeah.
What an outplay.
Yeah, congratulations with that. And Celestial Might really helped thin out the deck so much so that he Wum gets to use the crucial shield cards towards his shield backup mech. And going back to what you said, you don't need tassels here. It's gonna be up to the Blood Moon, and he reached the Blood Moon phase, and all the armor just keeps on going in towards that back line right there. And Celestial Might really did his work, right? That Axie just went in and got useless as soon as possible, man.
Right.
Like,
what I think the best aspect about that is when the Axie finally does die, you're not getting flooded with revenge cards that'll take up your valuable draw power and prevent you from playing some of your Axie's actual cards, right? So by banishing all of his cards, he's down to just his backliner Axie cards, and that's all he needs. That's all he wants. He's not getting flooded with anything unimportant.
Yeah, and that's why he played this, man. He's like, okay, I don't want any more cards. I want just this to be a pure shield fest, and that's what happened right here. And I think was that Ema who brought in the spiky wing a while ago, or was that Kuya Well? This might be a kind of a play here where spiky wing might have helped. But it would still fall short, right? It would still fall short in terms of damage, man.
If you had the spiky wing on the right Axie, if you were able to power him up the right way, I don't know. I think if you just save the spiky wing for the very last turn, you make sure that you retain it, you keep it in your hand, you save it for that very last turn when he's only got 54 HP left. I think that's how you win the game with spiky wing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not the case right now. Wum woke up and gave it a go to get in to Thailand with this matchup. And what a switch right there, right? Going Topaz first and going into Sustain second. That's not the usual. We sometimes see Sustain first and then Topaz second. And Wum just goes in like, okay, I'm going to be switching in. I won. I have the advantage. I have the leverage right here, and I have the cojones to just switch over to a sustain team. And it high risk, high rewards, man. Amazing play.
It was a very unconventional move that he pulled, but you're absolutely right. It was high risk, high reward, and his big cojones paid off. Because now he's booking his tickets to Thailand right now.
Oh, yeah.
Very exciting stuff. But our next match is going to be against Zarathustra from Sora Gaming and another Meditate player, Rego. Rego. He's a player that I'm not horribly familiar with. I think he came up around Season 2, Season 3. He signed to Meditate around the same time I was leaving, so I never had any direct interaction. But I know that if Rego is in Meditate, he's got to be a top-tier player. So I'm very excited to see what he brings to the table today. Zarathustra's Axies here are looking pretty typical, right? We've got the 4 Topaz Axies, we've got the Jinx team, and we've got the Sustain team. Nothing too unconventional, right?
Yeah, it looks quite the same as I would expect it, man. Like I'm seeing the Jinx team, the basic, except for the non-triple parasite package. So you see only one parasite, and then you have Shoalstar and Oranda right there. Just to have a redirecting damage towards the back, I think, with Oranda. That's good to have over at the Sustain team. Like the usual package, you would have Tricky with your twin tail mech right there. So that's gonna be the crucial part. So yeah, I feel that it's still going to be Topaz considering the amount of 4 out of 10. It's gonna be highly likely that he's gonna be playing that.
Yep. I think he's got that one of those topaz Axies was just a throwaway. The garish worm. I don't see that ever being played. I don't understand why it's even in there, to be perfectly honest with you. But Raygo's Axie team setup. He's actually got a very interesting Poison Sleep team on the roster. Of course, he's got the Topaz Classic, and he's got the Jinx as well. And again, man, we're seeing that reptile. I don't know what breeder is out here making these things happen, but they are out here, and apparently they're strong because everyone seems to have at least one.
Yeah, you know, someone on the chat just give us the info on where this breeder is, and I'm gonna be buying it off right then. But look at that, Raygo is carrying a potato team, like the potato leaf team with the sleep and the watermelon. That's gonna be used.
Very fun.
Oh no!
Very fun team. Ooh, so no Poison Sleep today, but we do see another Topaz v Jinx setup. Going to be really interesting to see how this one plays out. We've seen it go both ways. Match 1, Zelizer dominated with the Jinx. In match 2, Kuyawell tried to do the same thing, coming up short, deciding to switch to a Topaz just to keep in the contest. So let's see if Meditate Raygo has what it takes to prove the validity of the Jinx team, or if it's just going to be Topaz Infinity for the rest of the event. I'm hoping to see the Jinx come back.
You know, man, this just gives us a glimpse of what is already happening right now. Like, we're seeing like the theory crafters already going in with the Jinx teams versus the Topaz team. So we're seeing like the pullback between these two. Like they're fighting it out and seeing which one will possibly dominate. Because in a sense, the esports server or the esports meta is the perfect setup, right? And with the perfect setup, which kind of archetype is going to be winning? So we have seen Jinx team played out by Zelizer to perfection. It failed in when Kuyawell was playing it, and over at match 3 we weren't able to see it flourish. But maybe Raygo will be showing us how it's going to be played as well. And again, Last Wish is already right there again, man. Last Wish, Gumi Dice, and Moonlight Thief.
Yeah, Moonlight Thief is an interesting switch up. So we're not seeing the defensive runes come out, but Moonlight Thief is going to be removing Zarathustra's ability to ramp up to that energy burst quite as fast, right? So he's going to be stealing those energy fragments away from him. And because Zarathustra has all those goldfish, has all the Nemos, he's always going to be at an energy fragment advantage. So that Moonlight Thief is almost always going to be getting activated, which is going to help Raygo ramp up a little bit faster and remove some of that speed from Zarathustra. Whether or not the Gloomy Dice is the right play, I'm still skeptical. I think a little bit more defense for the team is just really, really good against Topaz.
Yeah, with the wicked part a while ago.
I think
by Zelizer, man.
The more I think about it, the more I feel like that's just a really good option.
Yeah.
The extra defense that you get, protecting you from the Shoal Star, it's just so valuable, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit spicy too, and when it comes from Zelizer being one of the pros from YGG, it must be good, right? So, it's gotta be good, man. So that do watch out for that, guys. If and when that comes to the meta. So now, of course, we're gonna be seeing Raygo go in right now. It's gonna be turn 3. And total of 6 banish cards over at the banish pile of Zarathustra. He's going to be retaining some cards as well. And now it's going to be a back and forth match. That backline Dusk of Raygo seems to be with the Poppy right there. It seems to be like an optimized right there, if I say so myself. But maybe he's playing with what he has, and considering that he's already at top 8, he's playing it really well, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it's a 1 part scuffed on the entire team.
Yeah.
It's a single scuffed part on the entire team, and it's not even the most important part on the Axie. So I think it's gonna be okay in the long run as long as he plays his cards right. Now, what Zarathustra is doing is very interesting. He's actually retaining all of those cards, right? Rather, if he hadn't have retained them, he would have still been at 4 energy fragments at the end of his last turn, and Rego would have had his Moonlight Thief kick into action, and he would have stolen another energy fragment. So by Zarathustra using the new keep mechanic to use the energy fragments to retain the cards for the following turn, he's actually preventing Rego's Moonlight Thief from activating and keeping. He's saying, if you're going to keep my energy fragments away from me, there's no way I'm going to let you have them. So he was able to prevent that for a single turn. It looks like he has no choice now but to get his engine started. And yeah, those fragments are going to start rolling in.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely rolling in. And of course, Zarathustra is going to be taking the first damage, and the shield value from the Last Wish is not going to be realized by Rego. Now this, he is going to go into, you know, the backpedal right now, but of course that Moonlight Thief and Gloomy Dice value is not yet realized, right? So I'm not sure how many counters are already right over at the side of Zarathustra, but look at this draw. There's going to be the Parasite with the Shell Charm, and look at that. Oh, maximum value coming in from that double top, and Tadpole as well going towards the front. Gonna get some more jinxes towards the deck of Zarathustra. Okay. I feel it's Zarathustra's advantage right now yet again, man.
I think so. I mean, the fact that Rego is trying to hard focus the front instead of going into the back, it's a tough choice to make, because as long as that Dawn's there, the curse cards are going to be less and less valuable. And I guess the fastest way for him to get to that Dawn is through the front. But as long as that mech stays on the battlefield, it's going to be tough to win this match.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wait, there's the tape right there on that Parasite. Okay. Looks like it could be, again, as I saw Zelizer use it, like there is a snail, there's a shell over at the Parasite just to get more value out of that. So like the PP point value has been realized through perfection. And the draws 3 jinxes and 1 confuse coming in from Zarathustra's draw, but that's not going to be stopping him right now. He is just going to go ahead with the damage. The jinx are coming in a bit slow, Ryan.
Yeah, they're coming in a bit slow, and the fact that Rego has so many parasites but not a single Shoal Star means that he has to spend so much more energy to get those kills secured. And I don't think it's looking very good for Rego right now. I'm not going to lie, Zarathustra is in a very good position. And yeah, with both the topazes in hand, that's all over, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Rego did not stand a chance. Topaz is still looking strong in Season 4, ladies and gentlemen. My God.
Oh, man.
Rego just had his ass handed to him, man. Like a silver platter. He had the butcher's knife ready to go, got a couple slices, now he's serving it up to the audience members.
Yeah.
Like free samples at a wedding. Jesus Christ, Rego's jinxes mean nothing.
Jinx? What jinx? Zarathustra is saying, what jinx, man? And, you know, we're kind of seeing it to how it's playing, man. Like, two guys have tried the Jinx team. Zelizer has been the only one who a successful win out of it. So Topaz still may be on top right now. And as you said, there might be the composition of Jinx is not nice. We might see it down the line. So let's see if some guys are going like the tech doctors right there and the breeders find a way to get it back in how do you say this, the meta or the counter meta against Topaz.
Right. Well, I mean, Zelizer was the only one that played what was it? Dark Ritual?
Wicked Ritual.
Wicked Ward. Wicked Ward, that's what it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Zelizer was the only one playing Wicked Ward. And until someone can prove me wrong, I'm going to say that is the meta. That is the way to do it. It protects you. It protects you from the early kills. It protects you from the shoal star. A little bit of extra defense is really good for a team that needs to last till the later rounds. I really liked that change up. It worked well for him, and yeah, I'm hoping to see it. I'm hoping to see it one more time before the event comes to an end, but I don't know if Raygo's going to go that route. I think it's more likely he switches up to a Topaz route and tries to even up the game that way. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I think he's going to go Topaz and Topaz again. Because I kind of feel like it's still on the works, right? It's still, but I'm seeing a pattern here. A lot of the players are going in with Last Wish, and I don't know, man. Like there's a pattern right here. There seems to be something that has been working, and the players are just leaning towards that, right? And we might see that. We may see that happen, but not today, man. Not today.
Wow.
Oh,
so
wow.
They actually completely switched sides. Raygo went with the Topaz team, and now it's Zarathustra on the right-hand side using his Jinx team.
Okay.
So they just flipped the script on each other.
Okay.
I'm honestly a little shocked. Zarathustra, I mean, usually when you win a match, with a team, you just stick with that team. You know, it's already worked for you once. Why mess with a good thing? Don't fix what isn't broken. But Zarathustra is like, no, I'm not going to win with the same. I'm not going to win with the same comp twice. What do you think? I'm a fool? Obviously, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to play my Jinx team. And now Raygo on the other side using his. But here's the kicker here.
Yeah.
Raygo has his Dawn in the back lane, and that is also something that Zelizer went up against. When Zelizer fought John was using his Topaz team with the Dawn in the back, which gave Zelizer a free ticket to just throw all of those curse cards to the back lane and hard focus that Dawn, get him out of the match early. And this is exactly what Zarathustra is going to do to Raygo here. And Zarathustra might come out on top of this just because of that fact.
And look at this. There's a Wicked Ward, man. Right there in the middle.
Oh my god! No way! The prophecy's been fulfilled! Zarathustra! Let's go, man!
Full circle.
Full circle. As above, so below. The way it begins is the way it will end. Zarathustra, I'm putting all my eggs into your basket, buddy. Bring it home for us, man. Bring it home.
You know, this is basically Zarathustra saying, okay, I beat you with Topaz, and you tried to beat me with the Jinx team. And
let me show you how it's done.
That's right. Let me show you how it's done. And this is the case. And this is the team or the composition, somewhat composition that that Zelizer played. Only the front was a reptile. So there was potentially more HP right there with whatever you're going to be putting in. And of course, there's like consistency in terms of more parasites over at the side of Zelizer. So again, it's there still might be some advantage towards the Topaz, but let's see how Zarathustra is going to be playing this.
think the Wicked Ward is a pretty strong move. I like it a lot. The more I see it, the more I like it. So he's starting off with a strong double talk, getting both the curse cards in there, and now a Jinx. I'm sorry, a Inkling with the paralyzed jellyfish on there. So 4 Jinx cards in a single turn. Pretty strong start for Zarathustra.
Yeah, indeed.
And as long as he's able to keep on getting those Inklings and those Tadpoles, he can keep on throwing damage to that backline Dawn and hopefully get rid of that Holy Prayer before it does too much damage to his strat.
Yeah, indeed, man. I would like to see more damage coming in from Zarathustra. But I mean, we can see the ramp going in already at the side of Rego, like already at 10 energy. So he also put a lot of his armor towards the front right there. Although Zarathustra can definitely go in with a choice of like maybe going with the double top and just going in the middle.
I don't know why Rego put the bumpy on the front. That doesn't make sense. You already have shield on the front. You already have protection there. The Axie that Zarathustra wants to kill is your backliner. So why not put the bumpy on the back? Help keep him alive as long as possible, because the longer he's alive, the less curse cards you're going to have to deal with. Putting Bumpy on the front just seems redundant and kind of a waste, considering the majority of Zarathustra's cards are backdoor cards.
Yeah. I mean, you can go towards the back. Maybe you would want to get it towards the back because you'd want to protect that as soon as possible. Now the front line has been taken out by Rego, and now it's going to be 2v3. Not going to be cycling back quite soon. And no, this is still going to be an opportunity for Zarathustra to keep on pushing in the curse cards before he cycles back.
Absolutely, this is a great opportunity for him. This is like a really good position for him to be in. He's got 2 very healthy Axies. Both the Axies he does have defensive capabilities. So he's going to protect himself from some of these heavy hits. He's going to protect himself from getting Shoal started in the future. He just needs to get rid of that Dawn. He's not going to get quite there. Probably not the best use of the Cottontail. He probably could have held on to that one more extra turn, but not the end of the world either.
Yeah.
Let's see. These next few turns are going to be pretty big.
Yeah, definitely crucial for either of these players. And you can see the targeting right there towards the back, man. Like, as you said a while ago, it has happened over at the first match. We saw that the backline Holy Prayer being targeted, and so that it will get the blunt of the damage of the Jinx. And no, you can see 2 Jinxes have been drawn out and 1 Goo. That's gonna be quite a disadvantage as well. And what happened right there, man? Like,
he decided to hold on to the tiny turtle and let the turn pass. Yeah, I mean, the tiny turtle was only going to do 55 damage. Neither of the Shoal Stars would work. So I guess he just decided to retain the tiny turtle and hope to have a better hand in the following turn, which is going to give Zarathustra one more opportunity to do some work here. And with the Parasite, no, I'm sorry, the Parasite does not have a Rocket Stamp. He cannot get the kill on that backline Dawn. If it was a Tadpole, if it was an Inkling, that'd be a dead Dawn right there. Inkling into Shoal Star, that's all she wrote. But unfortunately, he does not get there.
Yeah, and you can see the charms are being put on Zarathustra's Parasite right there. It's like still going with the shells, and you can see that I was kind of thinking the tiny turtle could have been used from Rego's side to just prevent any attack movements, right?
I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's happening right now in Tiny Turtle. Oh, yeah, because it has Gecko. That's why.
Oh, that is why. Yeah, he wanted to protect his Dawn a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And now that he knows it's too late for the Dawn, he lets it go. It all makes sense now. It all comes around.
Yeah.
This is still anybody's match. There's 5 cards left in deck. So depending on if nope. So this is an even round. He gains the shield. Does not draw 6 cards. Zarathustra is going to have one more turn to shuffle in a whole bunch of curse cards before Rhaego goes, and then it's all up to RNG gods. It's all up to to Heavenly Jihos whether or not Rhaego draws into those topazes or if he just draws into more Jinx. This is 21 cards in the deck. Only like 7 of them are native to the Axie. He's looking for a strong 2. He gets one of them, but that's not enough. This Jinx will take out the mech.
Yeah.
And that should be it.
That's it. That's GG and the Jinx. You know, I feel that the Wicked Ward is the way.
Wicked Ward is the way. Absolutely.
Wicked Ward. Yeah.
Wait, is this? Yeah, this is it.
That's
wow. Zarathustra. Another clean sweep by Zarathustra, claiming the victory over Rhaego, earning 300 AXS and a seat at the esteemed LAN final event in Bangkok. Congratulations, Zarathustra. You did it, buddy. You made it. You got all the way to the last day of the 4th qualifying round, and you succeeded to the very end. Rhaego, I apologize, but you're gonna have to Rhaego home at this point.
Oh man.
I pulled out the puns. I
have one for you, man. Rhaego is a no-go. Oh.
Rhaego's a no-go.
All right.
Rhaego should have stayed home. That's almost there. Almost
there. And he had a good effort, man. He knew the strategy right here, but just pulling out all the stops and even going and showing him how to team. And you know, Rhaego just got schooled in this match. Like he's just playing it correctly. And the last chance, Rhaego was trying to save out that line there with that play. That could have been a stopping play right there. Just try to stop one Axie from moving, just thereby preventing any more damage going in. Right? That's gonna be like a nice play that could have been played. But yeah, I feel that they're stopping Zarathustra as he just kept Jinx train rolling.
I mean, if Rhaego had played the Dawn in the mid instead of the back, I think that could have made a difference. Because when it gets down to the end, he had so many curse cards in his deck that for him to draw the winning hand to finish out the match, the odds were just so against him.
Yeah,
he kept that Dawn. I mean, like the last stand in this scenario isn't super important because you might get one extra turn, you might get extra damage, but that damage doesn't mean anything if you're only drawing curse cards.
You know, and I'm happy right now because of the fact that the Jinx bug has been fixed like a few patches ago. I remember I was casting one of the tournaments wherein the Jinx bug just let us do a remake. Like Jinx versus the last stand, and it automatically kills the last stand, the mech.
Right.
Or at some point, the last stand mech doesn't take damage, or I don't know what's happening right there. But there was a bug before, but I'm happy that it's fixed right now. It's more streamlined, and this might definitely be the answer. 2 wins are already out for a Jinx team. Definitely a possibility for Jinx players right now to go in and rejoice. Jinx may be a thing for Season 4, guys.
I think so. Now, if we take a look at our 4 winners today, we have Zalizer from YGG in round 1, and Rico from YGG taking round 2 or match 2. Match 3, Wum came out victorious versus Ima, and in match 4, Zarathustra is our victor. We've got a good mix here. 2 members from YGG, 1 from Meditate, 1 from Sora Gaming Guild. All 8 competitors are absolute monsters. For them to have gone through this 3-day event, going from 1,024 players up to the top 8, it doesn't matter if they won or lost today. Every single one of these players are absolute killers in my book, but we did get 4 champions who will be moving forward to the LAN final event in Bangkok. Thank you all for joining us. I do want to give a special thanks, though, to our sponsors. First off, AxieTh. AxieTh is one of the biggest Axie communities in Thailand, sharing news and updates about Axie Infinity and the Ronin chain. In addition, AxieTh has hosted several Axie meetups in Thailand, which bring together members of the community to share their love for the game and connect with like-minded individuals. With its strong focus on Axie Infinity and its active engagement within the community, AxieTh has become a key player in the Axie ecosystem in Thailand.
Yes, and of course, YGG SEA or YGC is a gaming guild that operates in Southeast Asia, primarily focused on blockchain games. YGGC is the first sub-DAO of YGG, a part of the broader Yield Guild Games organization, which aims to create a decentralized gaming ecosystem where players can earn income by participating in blockchain-based games. This guild also conducts community events and education programs to promote blockchain gaming in the region. How about AMP Guild, Ryan?
AMP Guild, the Web3 epicenter of the Ampverse, provides a network of 400 million people through Web3 gaming influencers and offers additional customized branding, marketing, and community growth services in Southeast Asia and India. And wow, man, it has been an absolute crazy month between Qualifier 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slightly different meta going in today, but all in all, it's been a lot of fun, and cannot wait. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be there for the LAN event in Bangkok. Not certain yet. Still got to work out whether or not I can make it work with the schedule, whether or not I can make it work with the bank account. But all in all, I hope to be there. Will you be there, Excelsior?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there, man. I'm gonna be hosting and emceeing the event. So we're gonna be seeing the top 16 that we have casted right here, Ryan, over at that event, plus the top 4 that's gonna be coming in from Thailand. So guys, if you are in Thailand by that date, make sure to pop in, maybe, and also just give your support as well to our players over at AxieTh. And again, if you haven't joined, this is your last chance. I think this is your last chance to click on over at the description. Last chance to get
giveaway,
some your luck on, or if you're lucky on your top decks, then you're probably lucky in this giveaway, right, Ryan?
Absolutely. Check the pinned comment in the chat. Check the description. Click on that link. Follow the prompts and get your chance to win one of these 30 Axies.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, Excelsior, I think we're calling it an end.
Yeah, calling it an end.
Do you have any last words for us, man?
Yeah, last words, Ryan. Thank you guys for over at the streams, YouTube, Facebook, over at Twitch, everyone who has been watching us after for the past 4 qualifiers, the past 4 weeks. You guys have always been the MVP of the Axie community, and we're happy to be a part of it. And also, guys, if you haven't gotten the chance to join the AxieTh World Qualifiers, or even gotten the spot for the Bangkok playoffs, just keep on joining. You'll get your spot soon. These guys have been playing it out in many tournaments, and if you've gotten the feel of the tournaments, and if you've gotten the experience in as well, you will be able to get to that position and succeed in your Axie journey. So just keep playing, keep yourself competitive. How about you, Ryan?
Man, you said it all. keep on striving out there, keep on grinding in the ladder, keep on playing in tournaments, because this is just the first of many, even though this is the last of the qualifiers for this world tournament. Until next time, everybody, stay strong. I'll see you in the arena. Have fun. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Chung, the CEO and co-founder of Sky Babies. Today, let's build together.
A Ronin is a samurai without a master. With Ronin, we took the destiny destiny of our own products into our own hands.
Skybaby's team has been working very hard in past months for this moment. And on the journey to DPoS, we have some new key high. We also make some new friends along the way.
So we have for our ecosystem.
Progressively decentralizing the network over time means that we can move a little bit slower at the beginning and get a more clear idea of what the most important value adds for people are. And now we can really start to see the fruits of our labor.